Hey guys, John back with another Anti-Guru video. First of the year, sorry it's been so long, was rather busy. Now, homeschooling in the home pub as it were, and it's been a while since I've done one. So I thought I'd jump on and have a chat to you guys about tourism to Resi. Something one of my good friends, Tim Birch, has asked me to talk about. So join me in the next couple of minutes. I'll be talking about tourism to Resi. Right, so the situation's this. You've got an old hotel, an old guest house, an old B&B, and you want to do something with it. You want to convert it into something else. And you don't know where to start. Well, your planning authority is going to fall into one of two camps when it comes to losing tourism for residential. The first of the two camps is going to be a case of they don't care. Now, there are plenty of authorities up and down the country that don't have a tourism policy. Portsmouth City Council is the classic of this. It does not have a tourism policy. They don't care. The applications are assessed on their own individual merit based on amenity disturbance, that kind of thing. And in reality, getting rid of a guest house and turning it back into Resi is something that's really important for the City Council. You have other authorities like Southend who have a tourism policy, and it's actually a very well worked tourism policy. You have to justify the loss of the tourism use. Now, that makes sense. So let's deal firstly with the non-tourist policy areas. Now, you'll find whether or not they've got a tourism policy in their local plans, in their core strategies, local development frameworks, that kind of thing. And their local plans will have the title tourism or tourist accommodation or holiday accommodation or similar buried inside them. Do a quick find all search and you'll be able to find out. Follow the policy. If they don't have anything like that, then it is down to other priorities. Now, tourist accommodation doesn't really provide primary employment. It's not in any of the B or E uses that we are used to now. It is a C use and it's intermediate employment. It is holiday activity, that kind of thing. So have a look and see whether there's a policy. If there's not, then dive into the planning history and see if you can find evidence of conversion of hotels to Resi. If you've got that evidence sitting in there, then you can read the reports, you can follow that guidance, because the best way to guide yourself, especially in a new authority area, is with decision-making behaviour. Have the council decided something similar in recent times? What if they do have a policy? Well, most policies on tourism development are written very much like community asset policies. You have to justify the loss. Now, normally you have to justify the loss through marketing. About a year is normally what's given, but there may be local variations depending on which council it is. Through books, so you need to check the financial statements for the tourist entity and see whether or not they're making any money. And through a couple of other tests. Now, if you are converting a tourist use into something else, then the quickest and easiest way of playing this game is by not changing the use at all. The London plan has within it a statement that a part hotel, that is a hotel that is clustered into apartments. They were very big in the 80s, especially on the continent. Apart hotels are hotels. They fall in the same use class, C1, as hotels, guest houses, B&Bs, etc., etc., etc. So you can make the thing into apartments and not change the use as long as it remains inside the wrapper of a hotel. Our friend's serviced accommodation fits nearly perfectly inside the hotel wrapper. Nearly perfectly. There are a couple of variations on the theme, especially for longer stays, but for shorter stays, the Airbnb type serviced accommodation is the perfect exploration, and vice versa. So you could think about shifting the use by shifting the user base. By shifting the use in serviced accommodation, you essentially keep it inside the holiday hotel use class. There's no change of use there. And if there's no change of use, there's nothing that the planning authority can do to otherwise prevent that new user base coming along. You don't shift use, you shift user base. I think this is really interesting because right now in the UK, the government is putting the call out for short-term holiday accommodation to meet quarantine needs for people entering the country. It is putting the call out for short-term holiday accommodation to meet housing needs. And because it's becoming more and more and more prevalent, we have to just look at it from a point of view of, okay, well, is this another form of development for us to play with? First one of the new year. I hope that was interesting. Thank you, Tim, for the inspiration. If you want us to cover anything, then please drop me a comment and we'll certainly see what we can do. Like, comment, subscribe, of course. Have a great day, everyone. I hope you're enjoying Lockdown 3.0.